hear some of your Uncle Mikey's stupid news?
Oh, of course.
Oh, good. And let's make this the Florida, New Mexico, or China edition.
Okay.
This is the one where I read you a headline, and you tell me if you think it happened, or which one of those three places you think it happened. Because Florida, New Mexico, China, well known throughout the radio world as meccas for really weird, stupid news stories.
Right.
Here's the first headline. Man bitten on tongue by rattlesnake.
China.
Florida, New Mexico, or China?
China.
You're going with China. Mm-hmm. Incorrect.
What?
Bostwick, Florida.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ron Reynolds was airlifted to the hospital on Tuesday after he tried to make out with a venomous snake and it bit him on the face. Yeah, his friend said that he was drinking and, quote,
No.
acting silly.
No.
And bet the guys that he could kiss the snake and get away with it. Because apparently, from what I understand, the snake was pretty cool. The snake was really chill. And so the guy thought, well, I mean, what could go wrong? Well, let me just tell you that he's currently in critical condition.
Oh, wow.
That's what could go wrong. But his family says that he's going to survive and he will be able to muddy the gene pool. Okay, here's the next headline. You tell me where you think this happened. Okay. Florida, New Mexico, or China. Woman with meth tries the I'm pregnant and have to poop excuse. Where do you think this happened?
New Mexico.
Because of the meth, huh?
Well, yeah.
Well, no. This also happened in Florida.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, Vero. Is it Vero or Vero Beach, Florida?
Oh, Vero Beach. Well, I don't know. Heck, I'm not from there.
And look, it happened in Florida.
Sure.
And it all started when police tried to pull over a 35-year-old woman because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt. They chased her for about a mile until she pulled into a driveway, and that's when she went into full damage control mode, by which I mean she started spitting out every lie she could possibly think of. First, she said it was her grandmother's house. It wasn't. She said her name was Holly Smith. It wasn't. She said she was pregnant. She isn't. Then she said she couldn't talk any longer because she had to poop.
Okay.
Now, I can't actually confirm that one. I don't know if that was a lie. Maybe she had to. I don't know what meth does to you. Honestly, I don't. And the answer was not in the police report. All I know is that it turns out that she had 3 warrants and meth in her bra.
Oh, man.
Which she told cops she got at a yard sale.
She got the meth at a yard sale.
I can't confirm that part either.
Wow. And I'm usually just hoping for a pretty piece of furniture, not illicit drugs.
At the very least, a bargain.
Right?
But, I mean, who knows what they sold her the meth for. Maybe she got that.
Sure.
At any rate, that is your Uncle Mikey's Stupid News, the Florida, New Mexico, or China edition.
Does this crap ever end?
More from Mike and Tricia. Next.
It's not crap. This is good stuff.
On today's Best Mix, 93.1 KISS FM.
We all know what a trip to a traditional emergency room means. Long wait times and feeling like a number, not a person. Well, I recently got the chance to tour Neighbors Emergency Center on the east side and got a chance to talk with the doctors there. I was so impressed. They're all about giving you personal care in-house. Like they have imaging and labs on site, so you don't have to go somewhere else for tests. It's all taken care of under one roof. And they're open 24/7, 7 days a week. I'm super impressed that you'll be seen by board-certified physicians, too, instead of physician's assistants. So check them out. They're at 12101 Edgemere Boulevard, 1540 North Saragossa Road, or you can catch them online at nec24.com.
There's a cemetery out there that has been forgotten. It's covered in...
Listening to Mike and Tricia.
Good morning.
Good morning. 93.1 KISS FM.
Okay, it's time to play Survey Says. Yeah, there's a new survey, and this one will determine how gross you are.
Okay.
Okay? Because it's something that, we all want to figure out.
Well, sure.
At some point, we want to figure out just how gross we really are. A new survey asks people if the following things are gross or satisfying.
Okay.
Let me warn you, some of these things are gross.
Gross.
I ain't judging, though, if you find them satisfying. So, here's what you're going to do. Count how many you think are gross.
Okay.
Popping a giant pimple.
Oh, gross. Michael.
Getting a big chunk of earwax out of your ear. Do you find that gross or satisfying? I find that satisfying.
Yeah.
No?
Now, you know me, and don't try this at home, kids, But I scratch my inner ear
Yeah.
with a toothpick.
Yeah. No, I know you scratch it, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about, getting a big chunk of earwax.
I've never actually gotten one, so I don't know how that feels, but it just sounds gross. So I'm going to go with gross.
Tell you what, it feels really good.
Okay.
It's very satisfying. You were like, wow.
Okay, already. Oh my God.
No, wait. Listen to me.
No.
Listen to me. You're like, I did this.
Oh my God.
It's very satisfying.
Oh my God.
Pulling out an ingrown hair.
Ew.
Is that gross or satisfying?
Gross.
I find that satisfying.
Oh God. I'm so
I do.
I'm
do.
getting concerned about you. I've never done that.
It's like an accomplishment, you know? Hey, look at me. I pulled out this ingrown hair.
Okay. Stop saying it.
Digging dirt out from under a fingernail.
Okay, now that's satisfying.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I've got fingernails, and when I'm gardening,
Yeah.
first thing I want to do is get that dirt out from under my nails, and that's very satisfying.
Agreed. Picking out a blister and popping it.
Ew.
Pretty damn satisfying.
It's
Don't you
gross.
think?
No.
Don't you think?
Yuck.
You're like,
No.
picking your nose.
Ew. God.
Wait a second. You got to let me finish.
No.
And
No.
finding something large and solid up there.
Seriously. What are you surfing over there? Good Lord.
It's not my survey,
Oh my God.
but it's a survey that needs to be shared.
Stop.
Are you counting the grossest?
I'm counting.
Okay. Cleaning out lint from your belly button.
Okay,
Gross
I
or
have an
satisfying?
Audi. I've never had to do that, but I
Oh,
imagine
you're
it would
lucky.
be satisfying.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Not smelling it, though.
Gross, Michael. Jeez.
Agreed. Gross. Agreed.
God.
Agreed.
Good Lord.
Because, unlike your doggy's paws, it
Stop.
does not smell like Fritos.
I'm gonna throw up.
Your doggy's paws do, though. And what about peeling off skin after you're sunburned? Like, you've sunburned and gross
I guess
or
that's
satisfying?
okay. I guess that's satisfying.
Kind of satisfying,
Okay,
right? Because it makes you feel like a snake. And that's kind of cool, right?
It's like when you used to put glue on your palm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? Awesome. And also interesting. When you, like if you do it on your fingers, and you
Can
look
see
at your prints.
right. Yeah.
Really cool. Like all CSI and stuff. And finally, pulling.
Wow. This gives you pause. It cannot be good.
Pulling stray hairs.
Don't. I already know where this is going, Cochino. This has been all over Facebook. That particular thing that you're about to talk about.
You know what it's about?
Women are disgusting. Why do
Aren't they,
people
though?
talk about that?
Why do they do that? Pulling
Ew.
stray hair, and not from out of your ear, and not your head, and not your mustache. Fine, I'll say it. Butt crack. Is that gross or satisfying?
That's disgusting.
Put me down for painful.
Oh my God.
Okay, if you think 5 or more are gross,
Yes.
then congratulations. You've got higher standards than a lot of us. Good for you. Aye. Team leader. But if you think 5 or more are satisfying,
You're disgusting.
you are one of the gross ones. Congratulations. Nice to meet you.
Oh, gross.
I like when I meet people who are just like me.
I'm going to throw up. I
Mike
need
and
a trash
Tricia mornings
can.
on 93.1 KISS FM. That concludes Survey Says.
At Viva. Gust around 30 miles per hour. Tonight will drop down to the 70s under clear skies. I'm ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez on 93.1 KISS FM.
It's 8:04. That's your KISS News Update brought to you by GECU. Open your GECU personal checking account at any location today and enjoy no service fees. Details at gecu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. I'm Patricia Martinez for 93.1 KISS FM.
Get you moving.
Today's best mix, 93.1 KISS FM.
If I'm at work, I just dance in my seat at my desk. I don't care.
And now it's time for
Three things you need to know
This morning.
Okay, first thing you need to know if you're heading up to Elephant Butte for the Memorial Day weekend and you're going to take your RV, you need to know that the lake's level is rising. It's actually at the highest level it's been in 11 years, which is great news for people who want to boat and, water ski and do stuff like that. Not such great news for people who are parking SUVs at the water's edge and then leaving them there unattended.
SUVs?
I mean SUVs, RVs.
Oh, okay.
And then
That's
leaving
different.
them, unattended because there have been a couple that have already been swamped
Oh, no.
because the water level is rising.
Yeah.
And the Elephant Butte officials are saying, look, you're not supposed to do that anyway. You're not supposed to abandon vehicles here, even if you're doing it so that you can come back over the weekend.
Right.
And so you can have a prime spot.
Yeah, I say tow them.
I say
tow them
them
away.
I
Tow
say
them
tow
away.
them. I say confiscate them. Make people pay for them to get them back.
Can't stand people who play that whole safeties game.
Oh God.
Like at graduations where they try to save the whole row.
Yes, or like somebody who gets out and like stands in a parking space to hold the parking space.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, you're just asking for me to bump you.
Or they, save people's place in line.
No, I hate that.
No.
I hate that. I'm sorry. But you know what? You get what you get when you get there.
I say tow them away.
I say tow them away too. So if you're going to do something like that, you should know that, there's a gigantic possibility that you could get some water damage to your RV and a lot of really angry finger pointing by people who are like, yo, don't do that, man.
Right?
Not cool, dude. The other thing locally is Neon Desert is this weekend.
Yeah.
And Neon Desert officials put out a statement saying that they're working with city's first responders after the Manchester attack to make sure that everything stays as safe as possible.
What they really said was we've always worked with them.
Right.
And this is no different.
Right. And that they're, but they did reference the Manchester attack and they said, look, we're making sure that everybody stays as safe as possible. So.
Right.
Because I know that when the Manchester attack happened, my sister, who was going to let her daughter go, she was like, yeah, you're not going. You're not going nowhere.
Uh-huh.
And so she was like, so my niece was like, come on, it's going to be safe. It's going to be safe. And,
And it probably is.
It is. It probably is. The thing is that if somebody's going to get you, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
There's no two ways around it.
Right.
If somebody's going to do something like this, then it's going to get done.
Yeah.
So, just be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of.
If you see something, say something.
Say something. Make sure that you can, you can figure out where the exits are. That kind of thing. Things happen really fast. So just kind of try to plan ahead. And for heaven's sakes, don't leave your kids by themselves.
Hey, and is it me, or am I the only one who thinks they should rename the Neon Desert Festival?
To what?
To the Butt Cheek Festival?
Butt Cheek Festival?
Yes.
Why?
That's all you see. Girls, come on. I'm as pervy as they come, but come on.
Tuck those things back in.
A little modesty and a little more cloth.
And by little, we do mean you don't need to. There's not that much. You got butt cheek hanging out for days, man.
Yeah.
It's like you're already wearing the smallest possible piece of clothing.
Yeah. So I think they should call it the Neon Butt Cheek Festival. That's just me, though. And what's the third thing we need to know?
And the third thing you need to know is that, man, Donald Trump has really hacked off Melania.
He has, man.
He has really done something that is just like, she's going, you know what? Everybody, not only was everybody looking when they inadvertently saw her, bat his hand away a couple of days ago.
Right.
But now she's like, oh, yeah? Well, now everybody's really looking.
Oh, my. Well, remember, it all started really during the inauguration. When he turned around, said something to her, and she's like all smiley face.
Right.
And the second his head turns back around, her face did, what do they call it?
Just
a 380?
fell. Yeah, it 180.
A 180?
Yeah.
A 360?
No,
I don't know.
'cause that's a complete circle.
Oh, that would be The Exorcist. So it did like a 180.
There was pea soup everywhere.
No, but it was like.
Yeah.
So ever since then, of course, now people have been resurrecting all these memes
of
the times that Melania looks like she totally hates him.
Yeah, she
it
totally
looks like
does.
she's so disgusted by him.
She totally looks that way. Well, yesterday they were getting off the Air Force One.
Yes.
In Rome, and they're walking down the stairs, and right as they're getting ready to take the first step down the stairs, he looks like he kind of reaches for her hand.
Oh no, he did not kind of. He did.
And the minute, like even the molecules were barely touching between them.
Yeah.
She did one of that whole psych, and she lifted her hand up and fluffed her hair.
Yeah.
And she was like,
She has handar.
Yeah, she totally has handar. Circle with a C inside of it. That's exactly what that is.
For real, man.
But yeah, man. And it's hilarious because I was telling Darren, I was like, the first one where she batted his hand away like whatever. I'm like, yep, every woman in the world knows. You did something to me in private. Watch what I'm going to do to you in public.
Right.
And I was like, but now the second one,
yeah,
ooh, boss. She's really mad because she's carrying it on.
The hand swat was like, I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
The hand takeaway.
Yes.
That's like totally like, I am so mad at you.
Yeah, that is so like, don't even try.
Right.
Don't even try.
Yeah.
You're lucky I'm even right here.
Right.
Because I should just be walking out 10 minutes later.
Right.
Let you get down the stairs because I can't even stand to breathe your air. So, yeah.
I'm surprised she hasn't feigned some kind of a sickness.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not feeling well.
No,
something
because
happened.
you know what? This is even better. This is even better.
Right.
Because what can he do? And he's the guy. He's there going, oh, God.
Right.
She's mad. I don't know. I know what I did, but I don't know why she's mad.
Right?
You know.
Still with this God.
I know.
You know?
I'm loving this so much. I am loving this so much.
Those are the three things you need to know, the three things people are talking about. The time is 8:18. It's Mike and Tricia Mornings on 93.1 KISS FM.
There's a cemetery.
To the both of us that the Donald has done something wrong.
Yes.
It is clear that he is in the doghouse. And you hear about, these dumb guys who get themselves into the doghouse.
Right.
You hear about it a lot, all the time. What I would like to hear from this morning is women who are in the doghouse. That doesn't get as much play.
No, it doesn't.
But I know they exist.
I've never heard of such a thing.
880-9393. I want to hear from the ladies who are currently residing in the metaphorical doghouse.
Okay.
880-9393. What did you say or do that put you in the doghouse?
No.
The lady doghouse.
Yep.
The one with the frilly stuff.
That's right. And the nice snacks.
880-9393.
More from Mike and Tricia next.
And if you're thinking about changing the station,
Don't you do it! 93.1 KISS FM.
Hi, this is Tricia from The Morning Show. Don't dread going to bed because you know you're not going to get comfortable and not get a good night's sleep. I used to have trouble getting comfortable in bed too, but now I have an adjustable Tempur-Pedic bed from the Mattress Firm. That means each and every night I get to adjust my sleep position to whatever I need that night. So when my alarm clock goes off at 3 a.m., I wake up feeling refreshed and happy. Check out the Mattress Firm for a better bed experience and ask about their happiness guarantee, where they guarantee they will find you the right bed.
At Viva Mitsubishi, we have...
And time now for your Uncle Mikey to drop some relationship
science!
Not just relationship science, this is also selfie science, my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, no, look. Let me preface this by saying I don't know how many selfies a couple should take. But if someone in your circle suggests that maybe you're going a little overboard on them, not a good sign.
Why?
Well, according to researchers, the more selfies a couple takes, the less likely they are to stay together. Yep.
What?
Yeah, man. Researchers say that because taking a ton of selfies is a sign that one or both of you is either anxious or maybe feeling a bit insecure about your relationship, that you overcompensate with photos to show the world that you two are totally perfect.
Wow.
Look how much we love each other.
That seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? Like you would think that you're
would.
doing them because you're like, look, we're so happy.
Yeah, but no, you're trying to show everybody and prove to everybody, look, we're so happy.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's along the same lines of that person who's always
Yes.
always
You have to unfollow them.
posting photos about how good they look or how great they are, or everything is a selfie.
Yes.
You know, everything is filtered, everything is the right angle.
Yep.
Like that person clearly is insecure.
Exactly.
Right? So
Okay.
it runs along those same lines.
Huh.
You know, the more you take, the more you post up for the world to see of you and your lovey, then clearly you guys are headed for divorce. Clearly you guys are not meant to be.
Start separating your books now.
Yeah, pretty much, Mr. Right Now. And that's just not me, being negative.
No.
It's science. Relationship science with your Uncle Mikey on 93.1 KISS FM. Best mix on 93.1 KISS FM. Hang on, late night laughs coming up in just a bit. 10 till 9 the time. It's Mike and Tricia Mornings.
Well, for all you Tom Cruise fans out there from back in the day.
Are there still Tom Cruise fans, or do you think he alienated a lot of people?
Tom Cruise from back in the day.
Back in the Cruise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back when Tom Cruise was like, Tom Cruise. Not Tom Cruise. Oh, my God.
Not the jumping on couch guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He has confirmed that there is going to be a Top Gun sequel.
What?
I know, huh? I know. And so, and he's like, no, we're working on it, And so now everybody's, of course, going,
why?
No. It's like you have to have a Top Gun sequel. I mean, come on.
What did the director, producer guy say to himself? I feel the need to pay my bills.
Well, exactly.
Or what?
Sure. So no details.
Okay.
They're apparently working on the script.
But Cruise said it's definitely happening.
It's definitely happening. Craziness.
Yeah, boy, I'll say.
Yeah, I just hope that they don't let him get too crazy and, too far afield, as they say.
What could possibly be the plot other than now he teaches at the school?
Well, of course.
And you find some, younger studs to feel the need for speed.
Hello? Yes.
But you think that Tom Cruise would take such a role?
Of
course. He's Tom Cruise.
Of course he would.
Why would he play second fiddle to a couple of hunkosauruses?
Because he
much
wouldn't
younger
be second
than him.
fiddle. He would still be, because, here's the storyline.
Okay, I'm listening.
So he has the young hunkosauruses that he's teaching, and with the world the way it is today,
oh my God, yeah.
Of course he's going to have to jump into a jet.
Yes.
And fly.
Hey, like Independence Day.
Ooh, and you know what?
That kind of an ending.
It's Goose's kid, because Goose had a boy. Goose had a boy.
How about that?
Yes. It's Goose's kid.
And
he's going to teach Goose's kid how to fly.
North Korea. North Korea is holding him captive.
Yes!
And Tom Cruise has to rescue Goose's kid.
Has to go rescue Goose's kid.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you thought this was a silly idea.
Yeah.
Boss.
All of a sudden, we got us a movie.
Yeah.
Hey, circle with a C inside.
I know. You heard it here first.
Because, look, they haven't even started a script yet. So if it sounds a lot like this...
I'm going to pull this audio clip.
Man, we are finally going to be able to quit our jobs.
Right?
The settlement alone.
Yep, that's exactly right. So, there you go. There's your storyline.
I love it.
Goose has a boy.
And see, what song should they sing? We can't do You Never Close Your Eyes anymore. We've got to find another ballad for the scene. There's got to be another scene similar to that.
Well, yeah.
Something else they can sing. We'll have to work on that. And then we'll circle with a C that inside that as well.
Did Maverick end up with Goose's widow?
Oh no. I don't know about, Meg Ryan.
What about her?
Well, I don't know if she'd be a good love interest.
Why not?
Well, the thing in Hollywood is to find them somebody younger.
Face.
Yes. Yeah, but the Hollywood trend is to find somebody younger. That's how it works these days.
True. But Meg has got to be in it.
Well, sure, she's got to be in it. She's got to be the one that tells Tom Crui's character that their boy just got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Being held captive by Kim Ye. There you go. Isn't that his name?
Yes.
Isn't that his name? That leader?
It's not.
I think it is.
No.
You know what? I think other 80s movies that deserve to be sequels.
Okay.
I would love to see a sequel to Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, me too. That would be good.
But this time he takes a break from adult life. Like this time he takes a day off from work.
That would be great.
Instead of school, it's work.
It's work.
Because now there's even way more trouble he could get into.
Well, sure.
Like with somebody named Cinnamon.
No.
Or something like that. No. I would like to see that.
And I want to see a sequel to 16 Candles because I want to see Molly Ringwald and Jake Ryan. We got to see them. They got married. They did.
Right? You think they'd still be together, though? I don't think so.
It would be that
way
one.
Too handsome
that
for
one
him.
in a million. Dude, there were 3 couples at Burgess that have been together since we were like freshmen.
Yeah.
And they're still together.
You think it'd be like that? I think it's already been done.
You think?
Yeah,
the
that
sequel
movie
to 16
with,
Candles?
No, that type of a movie with Carell, that sequel to Still 40 or whatever it's called.
This is 40?
Yeah, was that the one? The sequel to the Stephen Carell movie? You know what I'm talking about?
This is 40.
That's what it's called. Yeah, see, it would be something like that
You
because they were
think?
together forever and that whole kind of a thing, and now they have kids. I think it's already been done.
Yeah, but it's not Jake Ryan.
Well, Google him and see what he looks like first
Not
before
so
you pray
hot.
for that. Okay, well,
Not so.
see,
I've done that before. And
Yeah?
I'm like, no,
Yeah,
no,
so
the
see?
one guy.
bad idea.
The one guy who didn't age well. You people, that's like men's superpower.
Yeah.
You guys age well.
Yes, we do.
It's true. And Jake Ryan, oh,
I mean, look at me.
posito.
Okay, 880-9393. What about you? What do you think? What 80s movie do you think deserves a sequel? Like, we really need to know
Yeah.
what happened after the credits. 880-9393.
For 84 months is $11.90 per month per thousand finance. Trade balance refinance and new loan. Subject to lender approval. In-stock units. Offers don't combine.
And now, back to Mike and Tricia Mornings on 93.1 KISS FM.
Okay. So, Tom Cruise confirmed that he's on board for the sequel to the 1986 movie Top Gun. He made an appearance, and he made this announcement during an interview with an Australian talk show. He said filming will likely start next year, and then he added, and I quote, "It's happening. It's definitely happening."
Wow.
Yeah, huh?
Very cool.
Yeah, huh? So, Tricia and I were discussing other 80s movies we would like to see sequels of.
Lily, which one would you like to see a sequel to?
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So this is like after they are no longer suspended,
Right?
right? And so where would you place them?
I would place the bad boy with the rich girl.
Well,
Okay.
of course.
Yeah.
So would it be like
Yeah, but where would they
10
all...
years later, or would it be like,
Well,
currently?
it would have to be way later.
Yeah, I would say about 10 years later.
And so,
Yeah.
okay, so where would they all find themselves each other again? Like at a reunion?
restaurant or a reunion?
I think at a high school reunion.
Oh, yeah. Which is the big one? Like
Well,
the first big one.
The first big
I
one
think
is
it's a-
10.
I think it's 20. 'cause
You
I
think
didn't go to
20?
my 10.
Yeah, I think
I didn't
they're-
go to my 10.
I think they're about the 20 reunion year in life.
They're
that
30,
they could-
honey, because that was my era, and
Well,
it's
yeah,
30.
So I think they could, like, 20
They could do
would be
20.
a good place to,
Yeah.
a good setting for the Breakfast Club sequel.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very cool,
Okay.
Lily.
Thank
Very
you,
cool.
Lily.
Alrighty, have a good day.
You too.
Circle with a C inside, by
I
the
know,
way.
right?
This was all our idea.
Hey, Letty, which 80s movie would you like to see get a sequel?
I think St. Elmo's Fire.
Oh,
When
St. Elmo's Fire.
Rob Lowe gets on the bus and he's going to New York, and then no one heard from him again. That was it.
And
That's
and
the sequel, huh?
You would like to see what happened to Rob Lowe in New York.
I want them all to get together in New York, have a reunion, and have him be in a rock show.
that would be
like he made
cool.
it big, right?
Yeah, or he didn't make it big.
Okay.
Or maybe
Yeah.
he led them to believe he made it big. And
And
then
he
they all
really
come to
did.
find
Right.
out that it was all on his credit card, this big hotel room and everything that they were meeting in. The penthouse suite,
Yeah.
He's going to pursue a career, but did he pursue it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because then he made his way into adult film acting.
Oh, my God. Well, hey, I wouldn't mind seeing a
How about
shirtless
that?
Rob Lowe.
How about that? And then they end up. It ends with them like at karaoke night or something.
There you go.
Okay, thank you, Letty.
Thanks, Letty.
Not so sure I want to circle with a C inside that one, but just in case.
Hey, Jose, which 80s era movie would you like to see get a sequel? Jose.
There he is. Hi, Jose. Which movie? Oh, I think his phone is doing that
Yeah.
wonky thing. See?
Oh, yeah,
it's
it
doing
is.
that wonky thing. Jose, are you on?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I
Okay.
can hear
Hear
you
me
now.
now?
Yeah.
Yes.
How about now?
How about Officer and a Gentleman?
Okay, which one? Elvis and a
An
Gentleman?
Officer and a Gentleman.
Oh, an officer and a gentleman. Oh, yeah.
Okay, now how would you do the sequel?
I would say that Louis Gossett Jr. is in the VA nursing home, calling out, "Hey, Mayo, get over here and spit shine my shoes."
Is he still alive?
I think so.
Yeah, of course. He's in a nursing home.
No, for real. Is he really
for
alive?
real. Like, is he still alive?
Not really. I would say.
I would say the gentleman's no longer a gentleman. He was on this bus with Donald Trump.
Richard Gere would probably be an officer somewhere in combat out there in the, somewhere in.
He'd be too old for that.
Richard Gere?
Yeah, he'd be too old for that.
He's kind of old.
Yeah, he'd be retired now.
He is kind of old. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would go help Tom Cruise. He would go help Tom Cruise find Goose's kid.
We can't mash up the movies. He'd be retired now, and the whole movie would be him trying to get an appointment at the VA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. He's 67 years old, by the way, Richard Gere.
That's when he would run into Lou Gossett Jr.
Wow.
At the VA.
They can do wonders with makeup nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And holograms.
Hair color. Sure. Lord.
All right. Clearly, Jose hasn't really thought this one out.
No, he hasn't.
Good one.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
Jose.
You too.
Today's best mix, 93.1 Kiss FM is KSII HD1.
Believe me. So how are you Wednesday?
Sorry, I'm having trouble waking up.
It's Wednesday, everybody.
Wednesday.
And now it's time to get back to what matters, the show. It's just about your show. Not even our show, your show.
So chins up, boobs out, it's showtime.
And now, Mike and Tricia mornings on today's best mix, 93.1 Kiss FM.
So Sam, my younger son, is in town from Austin for the week. And he came over last night for dinner with Ryan, and we were all, the three of us were in the kitchen, and we were talking while I was making dinner and whatever. And Darren walks in and, says hello to everybody, and then he goes off to take a shower and drink a beer or whatever, and then comes back, and he goes, "You guys have not stopped talking the entire time since I walked in here." He's like, "You guys are just like talk. And it's, about 1,000 different things." And he goes, he said, "You guys like throw out a reference and then the conversation veers, way to the other side of whatever you guys were talking about." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I mean, you got to remember, for a long time it was just the three of us, I mean, when they were little, it was always, they were always hanging out in the kitchen, just talking and whatever." And he's like, "But man, it's like, it's like just so fast. I mean, you really have to be able to keep up." And so we were sitting there, we were talking, and he's just like, "I guess this is what it's like," because Darren doesn't have kids, and so he's been around kids with my kids and with the grandkids, and he's like, "Man," he goes, it's just so weird that, there's just so many references and there's so much, info flying all over the place and everything. It was just, it was really funny. But I guess, you never really think about that, when you sit down to talk with somebody, like when you hang out with friends.
Right.
Like that happens to me at the ballpark. When I see people at the ballpark that I, went to school with, and it's been, 20 years since we've seen each other or whatever, but like you fall right into the same, references and like, things that you guys talked about way back then.
And if you're with a partner, then you almost have to stop every now and then to try to explain a backstory.
Yeah, it's like, he goes, you guys might as well be speaking French. I have no idea what you're talking about,
Maybe he should get all of you fidget spinners.
I know.
And when the conversation gets out of control, he can just yell out, "Fidget spinners!"
I know, right? I know.
And that way you guys can refocus.
Well, because, there's a lot of us. I mean, there were 6 kids in my family, including me. And then we all have kids, and then, so like when we all get together, it's like 25 people all of a sudden, or in any given area.
It's like coming in the middle of a movie.
It totally
or towards
is.
the end of the movie, and you have no idea what just happened.
Yeah, and you can't really jump in because there's so much explaining that needs to be done.
Yeah, and if you ask too many questions, they all tell you to shut up.
I know, right? Here, just have another beer.
So, yeah, it can be really tough.
It is. I can't imagine. See, I've never really been with somebody who came from a really large family, and so to me, I can't even imagine going into a family where, dinner at somebody's house means 25 people all of a sudden, I mean, and like with no effort whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then you have that constant din of noise.
Constantly. I mean, we go to Carnitas every Sunday for breakfast. And they put us in the back room because it's just the easiest thing to do for those guys.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh my God, just corral them all in the back." Those Martinez's. Oh my God.
Like trying to corral cats,
It's true. It's absolutely true, And there's like 18 different conversations going on, and you're in the middle of one conversation, but you hear a little snippet from another one, and immediately you jump into that one, and oh my gosh, I can't imagine how tough that must be.
That's why I choose to not socialize.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Is that why?
That's one of the many reasons why. I just choose to not socialize. And if I happen to, or if I have to, then I pretty much stay quiet. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
I don't really jump in a whole lot because there's just too many questions and backstories.
Yeah.
And it's hard to keep track of all of them. So it's best to just watch and listen.
Yeah, yeah. He always tells me, watching you guys hang out together is like watching a basket of puppies.
Yeah.
It's like just, everybody's on top of each other. Everybody's yipping at each other. Everybody's running around and
yeah. And then at a certain point, you just harsh my high. So, because I'm having to try to keep up. So it's best to just not.
Okay.
Long story short, stay home.
Lord.
Go by yourself, drink at a bar.
Hi, Michael.
That way you don't have to speak to anyone.
I know, right? Except the bartender occasionally.
Every now and then. Exactly. Yeah. Every now and then. That's it. You don't have to keep up with anybody's stories.
And he's busy on his phone anyway.
No doubt. 5:51, it's 93.1 KISS FM. It's Mike and Tricia Mornings with more of today's best mix on the way.
Good morning. It's 6:01 at KSII and KSII HD1 El Paso. I'm Tricia Martinez with your KISS News Update brought to you by BMW of El Paso. It's 58 degrees. Nicole Gomez will have your complete forecast after the news. But first, let's take a look at your KISS commute with Charlie 1.
Tricia, we have some closures that are going on. This update brought to you by Scott's Turf Builder Lawn Food, Greens, and thickens your lawns to help crowd out weeds. Guaranteed. This is Scott's Yard. And at the moment, we have no accidents. They cleared up the closures that we had overnight. I-10 East at Americas, I-10 East at Executive. We had some lane closures. Those are cleared up overnight. Good to go there. There is a new closure going on downtown. Nevada and Rio Grande is closed at Oregon. That's a new closure. Starts today. Nevada and Rio Grande closed at Oregon. Also, remember that there are lane restrictions remain in place on Oregon between California and Yandell. Santa remains reduced to single northbound lane between Yandell in Cincinnati. And Tricia, yesterday, when I was doing the traffic reports, I ran into a street that Mike's going to think that I'm making this one up. But this was a street that there was an accident on. Yesterday afternoon, there was an accident at Igor Galeria and Bashker Trail. Igor.
Wow. Igor.
No,
yeah,
it's
Igor.
Charlie, it's Igor.
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 Igor. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's Igor, but I thought it was Igor,
No.
Igor.
No, it's much more classy. It's Igor.
Igor.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call it Igor. We'll go with Igor then. Back to you, Tricia.
Thanks, Charlie. The Cañutillo Independent School District will not renew a contract with a company that's been giving breakfast to the district's students. Parents, students, and teachers were at the district's weekly meeting yesterday and told CISD officials that the quality of the food provided by Arizona-based Southwest Food Service Excellence has been anything but excellent. Parents said their kids have allegedly been served food items that have passed their expiration date. Other parents said all their kids are getting is nothing but sugar, preservatives, and packaged foods instead of food that is made fresh in the cafeteria. The district stopped serving breakfast prepared and served in school cafeterias about a year ago when they hired Southwest Food Service Excellence. Breakfast at all schools is now served in the classroom. CISD officials said that they did that to try to save the district money, but critics of the move say that the savings have been at the cost of the kids. Representatives from the food service company were also at the meeting yesterday and said that they are a company run by dietitians and chefs, and they have a goal to increase quality and increase variety with 25 new concepts, but CISD's board president said she was not happy or impressed with those plans. Cañutillo superintendent wanted to give the company another chance to improve, but board trustees voted to allow the contract to expire at the end of June and not renew it. And the threat level in the United Kingdom is being raised from severe to critical after yesterday's bombing this weekend's bombing in Manchester. Prime Minister Theresa May explained that it means not only a future attack is highly likely, but one could be imminent. She said it's possible that the attacker in Monday's bombing outside of an Ariana Grande concert was part of a wider terror network. At least 22 people were killed in that suicide bombing outside the Manchester arena. Because of the increased threat, members of the armed forces are replacing police at key sites and certain high-profile events. It's 58 degrees at 6:04. Let's take a look at your KISS weather forecast with ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Temperatures will heat up today. We're in the low 90s, so we'll run slightly above average for this time of year. Windy conditions this afternoon with wind gusts around 30 miles per hour. Tonight will drop down to 72 degrees. The winds will pick up again on Thursday, where we could see areas of blowing dust and wind gusts around 40 miles per hour. I'm ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez on 93.1 KISS FM.
It's 6:05. That's your KISS News Update brought to you by BMW of El Paso. The summer heat has arrived and the deals of BMW of El Paso are hotter than ever. Don't waste your time haggling with the other guys. Let BMW of El Paso put you behind the wheel of your new dream machine today. 613 Montana Avenue or visit bmwofelpaso.com. I'm Tricia Martinez for 93.1 KISS FM.
I took a pill in Ibiza.
Ooh, shout out. All right, hit us up with the birthday shout-outs.
Okay, first one, 79 years old. 79. Crazy. Half of the comedy duo of Cheech and Chong. He's not Cheech.
So that makes him Chong.
Right.
Tommy Chong.
Tommy Chong.
Hey, man, you ruined my record. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am the man of 1,000 voices.
Yep, 79.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Also, you've got your birthday with this 52-year-old actor. He's been in a bunch of things. He's mostly known as a character actor. He was in Step Brothers with Will Ferrell. He was in Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Story. He was in Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. He was in Boogie Nights.
Oh, my gosh. I've never seen any of them.
What?
Okay, well, except Boogie Nights, because I heard there was naked women. But the others I've never seen. They're supposedly classics.
Well, yeah.
And he and Will Smith are like some kind of,
Will Ferrell.
That Will Ferrell. They're like some kind of, the Cheech and Chong of the 2010s.
Right.
But oh my gosh,
I'm surprised. See, now the only one I've seen is Boogie Nights as well.
Yeah.
But I would have thought that you're a guy. This is like guy humor.
No, you know what? Will Ferrell movies have never really been my thing. I don't really get him. I don't really find him funny. In fact, that cameo that he had in Wedding Crashers.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was such a waste of time.
Yeah.
Like you could have cut all of his parts off. I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean. And it would have still been yes. it would have been a better movie.
Yeah.
And you would have lost nothing in the translation.
See, those kind of movies, they just don't appeal to me anyway. Wedding Crashers, I sat through one time and I was like, oh my God.
Oh, no.
Really?
See, that was funny.
No.
Yeah, and romantic. But his name, oh man, I don't even know.
John C. Reilly.
Never would have guessed. You could have spotted me the John C. and the Reilly, and I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, he's one of those actors that, you know his face.
Right.
You're like, oh, that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But his name completely eludes you. And finally, this 72-year-old, she first became famous because she married Elvis Presley, and then she became an actress. Yeah. She was Michael Jackson's mother-in-law for a while.
Yeah. Hi, man. You're talking about Priscilla. Thank you very much.
She's 72.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I used to be married to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she left me, man.
Oh.
She left me. Since my baby left me, I found a place to dwell.
Oh, my God.
It's called youporn.com, baby. Thank you very much. Elvis needs help leaving the building.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Elvis just needs help.
Well, he does now. Yeah, it's a growing problem.
Oh, my God. Okay, then.
Well, happy birthday.
Yay.
Happy Wednesday.
Powering our growing community takes innovation. At El Paso Electric, that's what we're focused on. I'm David Aranda, plant manager at the Rio Grande Power Station.
You're listening to Mike and Tricia.
Love listening to your show every morning.
On today's Best Mix, 93.1 KISS FM.
Off the wall. Goofy.
Kind of crazy.
And now it's time for
Three things you need to know
This morning.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, first thing you need to know is that in the wake of the Manchester attacks, Neon Desert officials put out a statement saying that they're working super closely with first responders, EPPD, the fire department, the city, all this other stuff, to keep everybody safe.
Sure, yeah.
And that they're keeping an eye on things and social media and all that other stuff. And it's kind of funny because online, a lot of people on Facebook have been kind of giving them a little bit of grief about putting that statement out.
Why?
They've been saying, well, way to jump on, something like, a tragedy to make yourself look, y'all selves look better and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, as a parent, if I was going to let my kid go to this thing this weekend, I'd be happy that they put out that statement.
Well, yeah. Well, and it was an inquiry.
Yeah.
I emailed them.
Exactly.
I asked them yesterday about it.
Of course, because of course you're going to do something like that.
Sure.
But, the kids, online have been, giving them a lot of grief about it. And I'm like, you little brats.
Sure.
We should take your tickets away, you little monsters. So everybody chill out on Neon Desert people.
Yeah, go on with your life.
Yes.
Go on with your life and let the adults worry about it.
Exactly. Elephant Butte, a lot of people are going to be going out there this weekend because it's a 3-day weekend. Memorial Day is on Monday. And Elephant Butte said some people have been parking RVs near the water to get a good location.
Yeah.
Because the water level at Elephant Butte is the highest it's been in 11 years. So there's going to be a lot of, availability for boating and all this other stuff. But they said that the lake is rising. And there have been a couple of RVs that have been swamped.
Oh,
and so they're like, don't come and park your RV and then essentially abandon it at water's edge.
Yeah, they leave for a few days to come back over the weekend.
Yeah.
And in that time, the water has risen.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, why would you abandon an RV there anyway? Who knows what could happen to it?
Right.
Other than the water swamping it.
Sure.
And so they're
I guess they figure the park rangers will look after it or
yeah,
something.
and Elephant Butte people are going, Y'all are on your own.
Right.
If something happens to your vehicle, too bad. You're the one that abandoned it. So, it's just so they're like, don't do this.
Yeah.
Please don't do this.
Well, they're not supposed to do that whether water is rising or not.
Exactly. And that's what they said. And so they're kind of formulating an idea as to whether or not they're going to start in future years to tow those things out of there and just confiscate them and
I would tow them away just like when you park when you're not supposed to.
Sure, and make people pay to get them out.
Exactly.
I agree. And again, Melania Trump is
saw.
making news.
Yeah.
Batted Trump's hand away again.
Well, she didn't really bat it this time.
She batted it away. Yeah, this time she did the whole, I need to move my hair out of my face
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Like, psych, I'm not going to hold your hand.
Yeah, she timed it. When the second that she felt him trying to grab her hand, suddenly, she had to do something to her hair.
She had to move her hair out of her face. I was dying laughing. And so now everybody online's like, oh, God, I can't wait for the next time they come out of Air Force One because we want to see how she avoids touching him again. It's so funny. God, the things on Facebook and memes and stuff like that. Oh, my God.
Well, the number one way that she avoids touching him again is to stay in New York.
Right? Exactly.
But, this trip she couldn't.
I know, right? So funny, man.
Those are the three things people are talking about. The time is 6:27. It's Mike and Tricia Mornings with your KISS News Update next.
A collision with an 18-wheeler truck.
Good morning. It's 6:31 at KSII and KSII HD1 El Paso. I'm Patricia Martinez with your KISS News Update brought to you by Shamali Ford. It's 58 degrees. Nicole Gomez will have your complete forecast after the news. But first, let's take a look at your KISS commute with Charlie Wan.
Tricia, we have a trouble spot in the Northeast we'll check into, and also some closures. This update brought to you by GECU. The more you save, the more you earn with a GECU money market account. Open yours today and start earning more. Membership eligibility requirements apply. And at the moment, a stalled car, Fred Wilson and Marshall, that is blocking there. Fred Wilson and Marshall. Also, we have some lane closures. The lane restrictions continue on Schuster between El Paso and Campbell. Stanton and Oregon remain close to all traffic between Yandell and Wyoming. But at the moment, no accidents. That's a look at your KISS commute. Charlie West.
The Austin High School student who called in a false gun on campus report last week told a teacher that he felt anxious because he saw the gun on campus. 17-year-old Zenas Todd Jenkins was arrested and charged with making a false police report in connection with that gun scare that caused the lockdown at Austin High School. Jenkins allegedly told police that at about 7 a.m. Thursday morning, he had seen a person who police described as an ex-student on the side of the school. Jenkins claimed that the ex-student was holding a black and silver handgun next to his body, and then he put the gun into his right front pocket. Jenkins allegedly told police that the ex-student with the gun told him in sign language that, quote, "When everyone comes to eat, I'm going to see." Jenkins later admitted that he lied about the gun because of a dispute with the former student. School security camera video camera showed that the former student had indeed been on campus, but did not display a gun. And President Trump is getting social media backlash for the note that he left in a guest book at Israel's Holocaust Museum. The president visited Yad Vashem during his visit to Jerusalem on Tuesday and laid a wreath at the memorial for the 6 million Jews who were killed by the Nazis. Like former President Obama before him, Trump left a note in the guest book at the memorial. He wrote, quote, "It is a great honor to be here with all of my friends. So amazing and will never forget." A photo of the note appeared on Twitter and was immediately compared by social media users to Obama's note, which called the memorial, quote, "a powerful reminder of man's potential for great evil." Trump's note has been widely criticized, with some calling it ham-handed and tone-deaf. It's 6:33. It is 58 degrees. Let's take a look at your KISS weather forecast with ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez.
Good morning. The temperatures will heat up this afternoon. We're in the low 90s for your forecast high with plenty of sunshine, and we're under clear skies. Expect occasional wind gusts around 30 miles per hour. Tonight we'll drop down to the 70s under clear skies. I'm ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez on 93.1 KISS FM.
It's 6:34. That's your KISS News Update brought to you by Shamali Ford. Find Shamali Ford's deepest spring discounts on the all-new hottest models now. Save big today and see why El Paso says, "I love my Shamali Ford." Right on the corner, right on the price. I'm Tricia Martinez for 93.1 KISS FM.
Hey, I got it. Morning already?
93.1 KISS FM.
Yeah, so the president gets rejected again by the First Lady. You remember yesterday when First Lady Melania Trump swatted away the Donald's hand, right? He tried to hold her hand, he tried to grab it,
right,
and she swatted it away. Yesterday, when they landed in Rome, it wasn't a hand swat.
No, it was just like a psych
kind
of thing.
Yeah.
Like she had her hand down. They were both getting ready to walk down, because you know how they always walk down those big long steps.
Yeah, they do.
And so just as they're both at the top of the steps, just as he reaches for her hand, it's like the molecules, she could feel the molecules of him touching her.
Yeah.
And she did the whole, put my hand up really fast and adjust my hair.
Yeah.
You know, need to fluff the hair.
And of course, you know, the video.
Oh, man.
And the gifs are all over the internet.
Yep.
And I'm convinced now. I am convinced. One time, okay, maybe, but 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
I'm convinced the president is in the doghouse.
Oh, yeah. What
do you think he did?
You know,
880-9393. We'd love to hear your theory.
Yeah, because I don't really know that I have a theory other than he's just being the Donald.
Yeah.
And maybe she's just like, you know what?
You think she's just staying with him because he became president?
No, I think that
not because because she wants to be married to a president,
right,
but because politically.
Yes, I'm thinking that's exactly what's going on. That she's like, okay, well, I can live in New York and now it's like, no, you need to live in D.C.
Yeah,
and I'm not so sure that they had, when you look back, like yesterday when I saw that clip, I was like, when was the last time they were seen together really before the campaign trail? And pretty much it seemed like, they kind of live separate lives.
Yeah.
He was off doing his thing and she was, in New York doing her thing. So I think it's like, oh man, now I can't divorce him. And now if not that she was going to divorce him, but it's like, now I can't live my own life.
Yeah.
It has to be in connection with him, especially on this kind of trip.
Sure. Well, absolutely. This was his first overseas trip. Absolutely.
Yeah, the FLOTUS has to be with you.
But what do you think POTUS did to get FLOTUS to act like that?
I think he's just being POTUS. I think he's just being Donald.
880-9393. My theory is that she caught him either looking at one of the stewardesses. I'm sorry, flight attendants. Or he caught her. She caught him like I don't know, doing something.
Yeah,
with
being
a flight
Donald.
attendant.
Yeah, being Donald.
Right.
Because we all know,
Yeah.
we all heard the clip on the Access Hollywood bus.
Or saying something crude, in a joking way.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? 880-9393. I'm curious to hear what your theories are, because it's clear that he is in the presidential doghouse.
Because every woman out there is going, oh, dude, you really messed up
Oh,
twice.
he totally did, yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, think about it when you're fighting with your spouse in the car, and then you're on your way to a family event.
Yeah.
And you're like, ugh, I'm going to have to hold your hand or else answer questions. And if it's so bad that you're like, I don't even care. I'm not even going to answer. I'll answer all the questions you want. Don't touch me. We've all been there.
6:45. It's 6:45. It's Mike and Tricia Mornings.
This is Tricia from the Morning Show.
It's today's best mix on 93.1 Kiss FM. It's Mike and Tricia Mornings. Hang on. More of today's best mix is on the way. Your Kiss News Update is coming up. We'll talk about dog houses, being in them, how you get out of them. Mm-hmm. That'll be coming up. But first, though, Late Night Laughs. This is the best of the late night talk show guys. Here we go.
You probably saw this video. Everyone's talking about it. After Air Force One landed in Israel, Donald Trump reached for Melania's hand, and she slapped it away. So we've been wrong all this time. They apparently do have a normal marriage.
President Trump is still on his big trip overseas. And I saw that he actually took over an entire hotel in Jerusalem. Mary and Joseph were like, seriously, you make room for that guy?
President Trump will meet with Pope Francis tomorrow at the Vatican. I can't wait to ask him why he wears that ridiculous thing on his head, said the Pope.
Meanwhile, back in Washington, D.C., even though there was no daily briefing from Sean Spicer, the White House press office still found a way to screw up. They put out this press release today. It says the president is overseas to promote the possibility of lasting peach. I guess it was supposed to be peas, but who knows? I mean, the president's got a lot of fruit on his plate. He's trying to make peach in the Middle East. He's still got sour grapes about the election, and every morning he goes bananas on Twitter. So, or maybe they've heard the word impeach so much it slipped into the press release.
It's Late Night Laughs on Mike and Tricia Mornings.
People have been choosing Copenhagen content.
Let's take a look at your Kiss Commute with Charlie One.
And Tricia, we'll take a look at some closures that are going on. This update brought to you by Carlsbad. Hit the beach in Carlsbad. The Pecos River offers a cool retreat and summer fun in the sun. Go swimming, kayaking, paddle boating, paddle boarding. Carlsbad is New Mexico True. Visit carlsbadnmtrue.com today. And at the moment, it's a decent drive. We don't have any accidents. We don't have that sluggish traffic on the freeway yet. Closures that begin right now. Alternate north and southbound entrance and exit ramps closures along Route 375 between the Bob Hope overpass and Montana. Alternate north and southbound right and left lane closures along Joe Battle between the Montana overpass and Bob Hope overpass. But at the moment, no accidents. That's a look at your Kiss Commute. Charlie One.
The Cañutillo Independent School District is not going to renew its contract with a company that has been providing breakfast to the district students. Parents, students, and teachers were at the district's weekly meeting yesterday and told CISD officials that the quality of the food provided by Arizona-based Southwest Food Service Excellence has been anything but. Parents said their kids have allegedly been served food items that have been past their expiration date. Other parents said that their kids are getting nothing but sugar, preservatives, and packaged foods instead of food that's made fresh in the cafeteria. The district stopped serving breakfast prepared and served in school cafeterias about a year ago when they hired Southwest Food Service Excellence. Breakfast at all schools is now served in the classroom. CISD officials say they did that to save the district money, but critics of the move said that the savings has been at the cost of kids. Representatives from the food service company were also at the meeting and said that they're a company run by dietitians and chefs and that they want to increase quality and variety with 25 new concepts, but CISD's board president said that she wasn't happy or impressed with those plans. Cañutillo superintendent did want to give the company another chance to improve, but board trustees voted to allow the contract to expire at the end of June and not renew it. And medical researchers have another reason for you to love chocolate. A new study says regularly eating chocolate could help prevent irregular heartbeats. Researchers in Denmark found that adults who ate chocolate at least once a month had 10 to 20% lower rates of atrial fibrillation or irregular heartbeat than people who ate chocolate less than once a month. The leader of the study says people who ate 1 ounce of chocolate 2 to 6 times a week were less likely to have irregular heartbeat episodes. Let's go and get some Godivas.
2 to 6 times a week?
Dude.
Put me down for 7.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, more is better,
Yes.
right? I mean, yeah.
If once a month is half,
10 to 20%.
then, oh, yeah.
Dude.
Down.
I could easily get up to 100%.
You and me, we're down with that.
Man.
Yeah. Science, baby.
It's 7:04. It's 58 degrees. Let's take a look at your KISS weather forecast with ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez.
Good morning. The temperatures will heat up the rest of the work week. This afternoon, we're at 93 degrees with plenty of sunshine, and it will be windy this afternoon. Tonight, we'll drop down to the 70s under clear skies with wind gusts around 25 miles per hour. I'm ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez on 93.1 KISS FM.
It's 7:05. That's your KISS News Update brought to you by Las Palmas del Sol Emergency Services Center. They're ready for all your urgent needs, located at 1951 North Saragossa Road. Check them out online at lpdshealthcare.com. I'm Tricia Martinez for 93.1 KISS FM.
Lately, I've been up this.
And we're back!
What day is this?
It's Wednesday.
I think I know what people want to hear when they first wake up. We need more laughs on the show.
What are you talking about?
These guys are hilarious. They do so much funny stuff.
Hilarious. Hello. It's funny, believe me. So how are your Wednesdays?
Sorry, I'm having trouble waking up.
It's Wednesday, everybody.
Wednesday.
And now it's time to get back to what matters, the show. It's just about your show. Not even our show, your show.
So chins up, boobs out, it's showtime.
And now, Mike and Tricia Mornings on today's Best Mix, 93.1 KISS FM.
Well, in light of what happened at the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, I reached out to the Neon Desert Festival people yesterday about security at this weekend's festival because it attracts a lot of people.
A lot of people.
An average of 30,000 went
it's a
last
pretty
year.
Open space.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of space. It takes up a big footprint of downtown. In reply, in case you were wondering, or if you're one of those parents that wants to feel a little more at ease,
right?
I know that one of your family members has she changed her mind about her daughter going to the festival?
No, she's still going to go.
Really?
She's still going to go, and Ryan's going to go with her.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. It gave me kind of a little bit of
But for a while, though,
pause.
didn't your sister...
She was a little, she was like, oh,
she was like,
I don't know about
it's
that.
not going to happen.
Yeah.
But they turned her around on that. Okay, yeah. Because, it is something to worry about. Sure. I know I've read a lot of comments on the Facebook about it being El Paso. And it's like, oh, my God, please, nothing happens here.
Yeah.
Well, you never know.
But that's the thing, though. That's why they like soft targets.
Absolutely.
Because it's the target that everybody's going, well, nothing's going to happen.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So in reply, I received, pretty much a form letter kind of reply from Neon Desert, from their people. It wasn't anything specific, of course. And it read in part, with respect to this year's event in El Paso, our team has worked for years in unison with the city of El Paso, the local police, various emergency response teams, and numerous elected officials to create an experience for festival goers at Neon Desert, with this year being no different. So, in other words, they didn't really specify if they were taking any extra precautions.
Right.
They pretty much just said that they've always taken precautions, and this year's not going to be any different. They did not, expound on if anything special was going to happen or what. But of course, I really didn't expect them to give up any trade secrets.
Yeah. No, I would be really surprised if they said, and we're going to do this, that, and the other.
Right.
So
yeah.
But I mean, when it all comes down to it, like last night, they had one of the NBA playoff games, and they were saying something about how they had really stepped up security at that game. But if you go online, people are like, I didn't really see any stepped up security. But that's kind of the point.
Sure.
Kind of the point is they want to be able to, at some point, be able to melt into the crowd to keep an eye on things when people think that, oh no, look, everything's fine.
Right.
To be able to catch somebody off guard.
Yeah.
And prevent something from happening.
Yeah.
So it's just scary.
Well, just in case you had any doubts, or you were, maybe on the bubble about letting your children, your teens, go to this thing this weekend. It sounds to me like they pretty much got it covered.
Right.
It's 7:17. It's Mike and Tricia mornings on 93.1 KISS FM. Hang on for more of today's best mix on the way. Wiz Khalifa, and we'll talk doghouse, as in being in the doghouse, because it's become very clear to both Tricia and I that our president is in the presidential doghouse.
Oh, yeah.
Next on Mike and Tricia mornings. Yeah, I think we can safely assume our president is in the doghouse.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the other day, so she swats his hand away as he tries to hold her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, she did it again.
Yep.
Not the swatting, but the not letting him hold her hand.
Yeah, she psyched him out. Like, she had her hand down, like they're just going to walk down the stairs from Air Force One.
Yeah.
And the minute he got too close,
Uh-huh.
like he swung his hand towards her, she did the whole, oh, my hair's in my face.
Yeah.
I need to move it out of the way.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious, though, that she
Yeah.
was avoiding his hand.
Oh, totally. It is so completely obvious.
Who's in the doghouse right now? 880-9393. And you thought you would never have anything in common with President Trump, huh?
I know, right?
Who listening is in the doghouse right now? We'd love to know, fellas, what you did or what you said and how long you have been reciting in this metaphorical doghouse. 880-9393. Mike and Tricia mornings on 93.1 KISS FM.
Your KISS News Update brought to you by GECU. It's 58 degrees. Nicole Gomez will have your complete forecast after the news. But first, let's take a look at your KISS commute with Charlie One.
Tricia, a couple of hot spots on the freeway right now that we're going to get to. This update brought to you by First Light Federal Credit Union. When life's truly special moments come along, it's good to know that you come first at First Light. Visit online at firstlightfcu.org. And Tricia, first of all, this accident just happened I-10 west at McRae, but PD going to check that out. Could be on the lane, could be on the shoulder, but in any case, it's going to be backing up traffic here. So caution, that's I-10 west at McRae. PD not at the scene yet. Also, PD at the scene of a stalled car, I-10 east at Americas. That one on the right lane, there is some backup here, I-10 east at Americas. And where we have the slowdowns right now, typical US 54 south at the Montwood, Loop 375 south at Montwood. Also, check that US 54 south, that's at about Diana. We have that slowdown. And I-10 east at Sunland Park, sluggish traffic there. That's look at your KISS commute. Charlie One.
The Austin High School student who called in a false gun on campus report last week told a teacher that he felt anxious because he saw a gun on campus. 17-year-old Zenas Todd Jenkins was arrested and charged with making the false police report in connection with that gun scare that caused a lockdown at Austin High School. Jenkins allegedly told police that about 7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, he had seen a person whom police described as an ex-student on the side of the school. Jenkins claimed that the ex-student was holding a black and silver handgun next to his body, and then he put the gun into his front right pocket. Jenkins allegedly told police that the ex-student with the gun told him in sign language that, quote, when everyone comes to eat, I'm going to see. Jenkins later admitted that he had lied about the gun because of a dispute with the former student. School security camera video showed that the former student had been on campus, but that he did not display a gun. And President Trump's first meeting with Pope Francis is in the history books. They spoke for about a half an hour in the Pope's private study earlier today. Neither Trump nor the Pope have revealed what was said. But after the meeting, the president thanked Pope Francis and told him, quote, I won't forget what you said. The Vatican released a statement saying that the two men discussed the promotion of peace in the world through political negotiation and interreligious dialogue. During last year's presidential campaign, the Pope said someone who thinks about building walls and not bridges is not a Christian. Trump fired it back at the time, calling it disgraceful for the Pope to question his faith. It's 58 degrees at 7:32. Let's take a look at your KISS weather forecast with ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Temperatures will heat up today. We're in the low 90s, so we'll run slightly above average for this time of year. Windy conditions this afternoon with wind gusts around 30 miles per hour. Tonight will drop down to 72 degrees. The winds will pick up again on Thursday, where we could see areas of blowing dust and wind gusts around 40 miles per hour. I'm ABC 7 Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez on 93.1 KISS FM.
It's 7:33. That's your KISS News Update brought to you by GECU. Be the ruler of your world with a GECU personal checking account. Open yours at any location today. Details at gecu.com. Federally insured NCUA. I'm Tricia Martinez for 93.1 KISS FM.